Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So one of the questions that I usually get asked is, when do you know that it's time to change the strategy? How do you know when it's time to change any strategy that you might be using to trade the markets? As you know, if you've been following me for some time on this channel, one of the things that I usually speak against is what's called strategy hopping. The practice of strategy hopping is basically like switching from one strategy to the next and inconsistently. It usually happens with new traders. It usually happens with new traders because as new traders, you usually have this wild idea that it's you who is going to find the holy grail of trading, and you are probably going to turn your $1,000 account into $1 million overnight and probably then sail into the sunset. It doesn't work like that. So in the end, people get trapped in this cycle. It becomes a cycle of trying this strategy, dumping it, trying another one, dumping it, trying another one, dumping it, and in the end, you find that the trader does not have consistency with whatever they're doing because they're just skipping from one thing to the next, one mentor to the next, one indicator to the next, one system to the next. There is no consistency in their trading because they are just hopping. Their life is everywhere. Their trading is just all over the place. So I usually discourage strategy hopping or changing strategies like changing clothes. Um, One thing that you probably need to understand is that there is no 100% winning strategy out there. I'll be the first person to say to you, if nobody has ever told you, there is no strategy out there that's going to win 100%. If there was, many people would have been billionaires by now. Many people would have been multi-millionaires by now. There's no strategy like that. What you want to do is you want to just probably find a good strategy that gives you an edge. Let's say out of 10 trades, you'll probably win 6, 7 of those trades. Then you have a good strategy. If you win 8 out of 10 trades, wow, you're doing perfect. If you win 9, wow, you are the luckiest or the best trader out there. 9 trades out of 10, and you are consistently doing that, and then you have figured it out definitely. But usually, if you are doing 6, 7 out of 10, then you are fine because those 6, 7 trades are enough to cover the losses that you have encountered. That's the secret to trading. You don't need to always win. You don't need to always win. What you just need is to win and to win enough to cover any losses that you would have taken. So stop hopping from one strategy to the next, thinking that you are probably going to figure out the market. Nobody is going to figure out the market. The market is going to do what it's going to do. What you're just going to need to do is find something that you are comfortable with, something that just gives you a slight edge in the market and is enough to make you enough money to cover any losses that you might encounter in the market. But still, uh, when is it time to change a strategy? When is it time to change a strategy? The first point that I'm going to make is you need to have tested the heck out of that strategy. We have platforms like TradingView where you can easily do your back testing. You can easily do back testing on a TradingView. it's good. On Metatrader, you can't actually do replays and things like that that you can actually do on TradingView. So I'd recommend that you go to TradingView and do your testing there, and you back test the heck out of your strategy, and you see whether it works. Again, if it's giving you 6 wins out of 10, or it's giving you 7 wins out of 10, then you have a good something going on there. If it's giving you 8 out of 10, wow, you are doing spectacular. If it gives you giving you 1 win out of 10, then obviously we have a problem. 3 out of 10, we have 3 wins out of 10, then we have a problem. 4 wins out of 10, we have a problem. Five, yeah, it's kind of break even. Maybe it needs some tweaking somewhere there. And another thing, if you probably have a strategy that's every time it's consistently giving you uh, 3 wins out of 10 or 2 wins out of 10, before you change it, how about you flip it on its side and maybe see if instead of giving you 3 wins out of 10, if it can give you 7 wins out of 10. So each time you are tempted to buy, which is giving you 3 out of 10, how about you flip it and you actually sell and see if it works? If it doesn't, then obviously it's a bad strategy. Then we can go on and get rid of it. So what you just want to do is, before you jump from one strategy to the next, from one thing to the next, is you need to backtest those things first. I would say backtest it for a month, backtest it for 2 months, try it out, test it. Uh, at least do everything possible and see if the strategy is really bad. Then you can move on to the next thing. Then the second point, obviously, you might even have a good strategy, but then your lifestyle is probably changed, your schedule is changed. So in that scenario, you can go ahead and change your what your strategy, because you probably were a scalper, but now you probably are working a stranger's job. Probably you now you when you were scalping, you were unemployed, but now you've found a job. It's something that you're probably passionate about as well. So obviously you cannot continue scalping and work your 9 to 5 as well. So you probably now need to jump the scalping strategy and look for a swing trading strategy, or maybe a position trading strategy, something like that. Something that gives you the freedom to what to work and do the other things that are now occupying your life. Your lifestyle changes happen. So you just need to find something that fits with that lifestyle. Then obviously you also want to look at changing market conditions. Like lately, trading my zone to zone strategy has been like something else, because the market has not been itself lately. You heard about the Fed and interest rates and inflation, recession, and things like that. So the market has not been moving according to how it moved previously. So obviously in that scenario, I've had to adjust certain things. Even started looking at lower time frames. I love to trade on higher time frames, but even looking at lower time frames and reducing my expectations, like risk to reward ratios. The reason that I trade zone to zone higher time frames was for bigger risk to reward ratios. But because the market has not been like moving in that sense, I've had to what to tweak my strategy so that I bring down my risk to reward expectations, as well as like take any money that the market gives me and run with it and see where we go from there. So those are the things that you then need to do on a constant basis. So the first thing is, don't just hop from one strategy to the next. You will never have any consistency in your trading. Trust me, you will never find a holy grail trading strategy out there. It doesn't exist. If it did exist, many people would be billionaires by now, and probably people would not even be sharing that strategy. Before you change a strategy, test the heck out of that strategy. Prove that it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Then you can change and find another strategy. Don't be like lured in by the marketing, social media, and things like that. Then you hop from this system to the next system to the next system because you're seeing what people are just posting on their social media and stuff like that. Then obviously, if your lifestyle has changed, and now you no longer have maybe you no longer have time to scalp, then obviously you need to switch over to swing trading strategies, or maybe you now have enough time to do your scalping. Then obviously you need to come down from your swing trading strategies and change over to find scalping strategies and stuff like that. So that's some of the conditions that I'll give you for what changing a strategy. If you're new on this channel, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss any future videos. Like the video if you learned one or two things in this video. If you have any comments, thoughts, leave them in the comment section below. If you're looking to download Forex robots, indicators, books, and stuff like that, courses that people are selling out there are links in the description box below. Visit those links and see if you cannot find what you're looking for. Otherwise, guys, the broker that I use, the chart that you are looking at, their link is in the description box below. Uh, One of the best brokers in the world, and I've not had any problems with them for 5 years now, depositing and withdrawing. So go ahead and sign up with them, and hopefully you can make some money too. You can trade with them just for $5, which is good for testing strategies, for testing robots, and things like that. So yeah, go ahead and sign up with them, guys. I'll see you in the next videos. Bye.
Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Keeps you up at night, yeah.